brothers and sisters, have you shouted for joy yet? I encourage you to shout for joy. It's not because of getting help emotionally, so that you are high in spirits today. We think of the Lord by shouting for joy, to behold His glory and the precious truth, and our spirits respond when we think of the Lord and the truth. Therefore, don't get this wrong. Shouting for joy is not for lifting our emotional state, not to elevate your excitement or being high emotionally. To behold is the way of transformation. This sentence is very meaningful. We have to see His glory. Then our hearts are drawn and experience His love. Not only we're drawn, but our spirits are elevated. We can be face to face with the Lord. To have the interflow of love with Him. We can enjoy the life of being heart to heart with the Lord. Recently, the message was talking about these aspects. I hope we can practice it every day, to behold the glory of God, not just in the mid-morning, but we can do that throughout the day. I'd like to sing a hymn with you in God's Family Hymnal 14, page 61. And the name is Look Away, Look to Jesus. We will sing the first stanza, but there is no English version, so I have translated for you. So let us read together slowly. Look away, look to Jesus. Temptation, the world gets behind me. Gazing upon, meditates the glory and amazing love of the Lord. My heart was drawn and transformed when I look up onto the Lord's love, enjoying His shining face to me every day. His glory and love. We meditate and enjoy with faith. My heart are drawn and enhanced, face to face with Him, with love and grace. Enjoy the interflow of love with the Lord. I really impressed with the first sentence. Look away, look to Jesus. Temptation and the world gets behind me. When we focus on the Lord, look to Him, we can transform in split second. We can overcome the temptation. Seems the temptation has lost its attraction. I lay aside the world when we think of Him. It's true, we look away, don't think about the negative issues, the difficulties, even the thoughts which put into your mind by the devil. We shall look away and look to Jesus. Our hearts are transformed completely. This is truly the way of transformation. We can be more glorious and closer with the Lord. We can enjoy more His love. Therefore, brothers and sisters, we shall practice more. Though many things will divert our mind, but remember, forget about it. Look away quickly. Look to the Lord and Abba. The verses I'd like to share with you is in the Gospel according to Luke, chapter 9, verse 51 to 56, and that is the New King James Version. And it said, Now it came to pass, when the time had come for him to be received up, that he steadfastly set his face to go to Jerusalem, and sent messengers before his face, And as they went, they entered a valley of the Samaritans to prepare for him. But they did not receive him, because his face was set for the journey to Jerusalem. And when his disciples, James and John, saw this, they said, "Lord, do you want us to command fire to come down from heaven and consume them, just as Elijah did?" But he turned and rebuked them and said, "You do not know what manner of spirit you are of, for the Son of Man did not come to destroy man's life, but to save them." And they went to another village. As is mentioned, the Lord has came to the final stage. He has finished his 3 years ministry. He went to Jerusalem at last, his last journey, and the destination was the cross. So the Lord surely knew the aim to go to Jerusalem. But strange enough, why he passed through Samaria, he passed through and entered into a village. So he went from one village to another. Seemed he purposely passed through Samaria and then his destination, Jerusalem. As you all know, the Samaritan has nothing to do with the Jews, for they have resentment for a few hundred years. They have never relating to each other. The Lord went to Samaria and talked to a Samaritan woman next to the well. He went purposely to see her, and I believe the Lord purposely went past the village of the Samaritans with his disciples and then to Jerusalem. The Lord wanted to make known to the people in Samaria was his aim of the visit. He went with the good intention, but they didn't receive him. And the verse here was a bit strange. They didn't receive him for a reason, because his face was set for the journey to Jerusalem. It was not because he was Jew or other reasons, but it was because of one reason: they discriminate, despised, and badly treated, even though they were Samaritan. Therefore, for this reason, the Samaritan didn't receive the Lord and his disciples. The Lord's disciples, John and James, said, "How about we send a fire to consume them?" Very strange. The Lord turned around and rebuked the disciples, but not the Samaritans. Though the attitude of the Samaritans was wrong, but compared with the conversation of these two disciples to command a fire to consume them, this has shown the Lord's heart. He said, "For the Son of Man did not come to destroy man's life, but to save them." It has shown the aim of going to Samaria to save the life of men. We can see the Lord was so gentle, but he was also a harsh person. You see, the disciples have spoken of these angry words. The Bible used rebuked to describe the Lord's response. The word rebuked was the same as when the Lord rebuked the unclean spirits. That meant it was quite harsh and confirmed. I'd like to mention also his face was set for the journey to Jerusalem. It meant that he decided firmly. He has set the direction of his face, or he was so stubborn that he could not change his mind. How precious! The purpose for going to Jerusalem was so clear that he has to nailed on a cross for us. His decision was so firm that nobody can stop him. He was so stubborn that he has to die for us. For the journey to Jerusalem, he went with strong faith. How precious! The Lord went past Samaria without any sorrow. Still he went with mercy and forgiveness. How he hoped the valleys in Samaria could receive the salvation. Brothers and sisters, we should treasure much his strong love to us. Though the Lord and his disciples were despised by the Samaritans. They were discriminated, rejected, pushed aside by them. But the Lord didn't put away his mercy. The Bible taught us many times that do not discriminate others or to put on the tinted glasses to see people. Do not classify people and treat them accordingly. We shall love the people around us, whether they are rich or poor, foolish or clever. I'd like to tell you a story. There was an old lady in America went for vacation with her husband over the weekend. She played the slot machine and won a bucket of coins. She was tired and wanted to leave the coins in the room and went with her husband for dinner. And as she was waiting for the lift, she saw there were two black guys in the lift as soon as the door opened. She was so scared to look at the black guys. She was holding that bucket of coins. She hesitates to enter into the lift. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. The lift didn't move and kept still. Are they going to grab my coins? Then one of the black guys said, "Hit the floor." This old lady understood by her basic instinct that hit the floor meant to knee on the floor facing down and don't move at all. The old lady was so frightened. She kneeled on the floor with her hands up. The coins from the bucket were spilled on the floor and rolling everywhere. This poor lady kneeled on the floor and prayed fervently. She thought in her heart, "Please take the money and leave me alone." Her whole body was shaking. One of the black guys said to her politely, "Madam, may I know where do you want to go? We are delighted to press the button for you." My friend said, "Hit the floor, not to ask you to kneel down, but press the button for you." There were two meanings for the slang, hit the floor. These two black guys looking at each other and laughed. The old lady was so embarrassed and thought, "How silly I am to think of others this way." When she went to apologize to the black guys, they were helping her to pick up the coins and escort her to the floor she stayed, and they walked with her to her room. The old lady appreciated their kind assistance and thanked them. She was thinking and reflect on what she had done. If she didn't have the discrimination and bias, these wouldn't happen such embarrassing thing on her. Brothers and sisters, we shouldn't discriminate and avoid prejudice or looking at people with tinted glasses. Once we have bias or discrimination, we will label people around you, all brothers and sisters. In fact, these will confuse us and we cannot distinguish what is right or wrong. Even worse is we cannot love others. So, we have fell into the trap of the enemies. May we have the same point of view with the Lord. We can see the value of man and cherish every one of us. May the Lord bless us